Hey everybody, welcome back to Planet Coaster. Today I'm going to show you what I last did on the Circle project. But first of all, believe it or not, it's already episode 10 of this YouTube series, and I can tell you I'm really happy about how it all works. What are we doing today? In the last episode we built a Jules Verne style subway station that looks a little like a submarine. Today we put a building on top of the station to hide the things that go on in the underground. I was a bit split about whether it was a break in style to put a thematically completely different house on top of it, but then I decided to continue the style of the station a bit by including the copper walls in the building plan, but to cover the building around it in the style of the rest of the city. After finishing the floor inside, we start here with the front facade. In order to create a reference to the interior, I used the metal struts which give the building a futuristic look, but keep the other materials with the sandstone which was also used in the surrounding buildings. On the outside there will be an inviting area where you can sit in a cafe before going inside the building. Here notice that I rather rarely pay attention to the fact that the doors and windows inside the building are in the same places as on the facade. Well, I think we can assume in this case that they are fake windows to a large extent, because inside the building there is supposed to be a cinema. Every major city needs a movie theater, right? As soon as we're done with the facade, we'll look into that. By the way, here's my trick on how to construct a building's interior. I guess most of you will mainly construct buildings with interior decorations if you want to equip a ghost train, for example. If it's just a building that is supposed to fill the empty space between the attractions, so to speak, or that is just supposed to look pleasing to house a shop, it doesn't make much sense to spend time on the interior that a visitor of the park will never see. Back to subject. It makes sense to build a building from bottom to top, just like in real life, and to install the interior of each floor before the next floor follows. Reason, as long as the building is not yet completely closed, and here it doesn't matter if a room is open from the top because the ceiling is missing, or open from one side because a wall is missing, it is much easier to develop the rooms of the floor and place all kinds of decorations. Well, in a closed room you always have a hard time moving the camera properly. In my first projects in Planet Coaster I thought it was necessary to first set up the framework for a building by placing all the walls and roofs in order to have an overview of the dimensions of the building. As a result, I spent far more time and nerves getting the camera into the right angle than doing what the goal of the action was: building. Yep, you always have to consider which approach is the most effective for achieving the goal. I'm not done with the cafe yet, still on the entrance, but we're getting there. Oh yeah, I still love these brick pillars and use them a lot. Later on I add some trees to the building, which I think gives the hood structure a very inviting touch. Looking to the clock, you may have noticed that I'm not pretty much consistent with my timing of the video. The length of this video is beyond what I'm aiming for. Well, by compressing a 13 hours work into this episode, I wish you a lot of fun with the rest of the building phase, and I will come back to you at the end of the video. the cinema. On this occasion, I was asked if I could upload the Eiffel Tower to the Steam workshop. Yes, I would like to do that, but this thing is much bigger than 4,000 pieces, so this doesn't work. I know there are tricks to upload a building or blueprint in several parts, but honestly, this doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Back to the cinema. I was of the opinion that the building should also have a back entrance. A subway station often has more than just one entrance, right? The extension of the backside wouldn't have been needed actually, because, yeah, this project is not supposed to go beyond the existing cycle for now, but who knows if the project won't be extended after all. In any case, we are pretty much done with today's episode, so thank you in advance for watching. I'm curious about your comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. And if you like this video, please leave me a like. See you in the next episode of The Circle, and until then, stay healthy. Bye bye.